There is no question, therefore, that the work to be done in familiarizing the general public with the nature of the mysteries is of paramount importance at this time. These mysteries will be restored to outer expression through the medium of the Church and the Masonic fraternity. When the Great One comes with his disciples and initiates, we shall have the restoration of the mysteries and their exoteric presentation as a consequence of the first initiation. Alice Bailey, Lucius Trust.
Let us pray. O God of many names, we know that you call us to work hard to bring people together. O God of many names, let us pray. O God of many names.
What appears to be a simple prayer is actually echoed by New World Order Pope Francis, calling for a new humanity and insisting Christians and Muslims both worship the one God. Michael Snyder writes, Pope Francis told hundreds of thousands of young people gathered for World Youth Day in Poland that they need to believe in a new humanity and that they should refuse to see borders as barriers. In May of 2016, Pope Francis welcomed one of the top Sunni clerics in the world at the Vatican, and he reportedly told the cleric that our meeting is the message. In September of 2015, Pope Francis traveled to New York City to deliver a speech that kicked off a conference during which the United Nations unveiled a new universal agenda for humanity. In November of 2015, Pope Francis declared that fundamentalism, even Christian fundamentalism, is a sickness, during remarks in which he stressed the similarity of the major religions. In July of 2015, during a trip to Ecuador, Pope Francis spoke of the need for a new economic and ecological world order in which the wealth of the planet is shared by everyone. Pope Francis also denounced global capitalism and referred to its excesses as the dung of the devil. In June of 2015, Pope Francis called for a new global political authority that would have the resources necessary to deal with the world's economic problems and injustices. And back in June of 2014, Pope Francis authorized Islamic prayers and readings from the Quran at the Vatican. In ancient times, this would have been considered blasphemy, but today nobody really even notices when something like this happens. Now combine the New World Order Pope with Hillary's past behavior in the White House. Hillary's potential presidency, when considering the spiritual aspects, should not be ignored. As First Lady, according to Clinton White House FBI liaison Gary Aldrich, Hillary adorned the First Lady Christmas tree in pornographic occultic ornaments 2 years in a row. In addition, Aldrich and members of the permanent White House staff were repeatedly shocked to discover recent drug use, rampant theft, open gay and lesbian sex, and perhaps most alarming, widespread access to classified materials by personnel without security clearances.
But I'm sad to report that when the Clinton administration began, two elements that contributed to the dismantling of the security program and created what I've called a mock security program. Specifically, the White House Counsel's Office, led by Bernard Nussbaum and Vince Foster and Bill Kennedy, along with the Chief of Staff, at that time Mac McClarty, basically dismantled the security program. They cut the Secret Service out of the loop. They were not allowed to know who was working in the White House. They were not allowed to see the FBI investigations. In addition, they failed to enforce the policy, which has held in the past, for 30 years in fact, that each and every person coming to the White House every day should have a serious background investigation to protect the president and the other issues that I mentioned. The group that had not been fully vetted included the late Vince Foster, who was later found dead in Marcy Park. And for those of you who will say tonight, well, the Clintons knew them, I might ask the question, in view of the endless mistakes and scandals which have plagued this administration, did the Clintons really know them?
This is the real Hillary Clinton. The New World Order Pope and an occultic president could spiritually take humanity to levels of morality never before seen. John Bound for Infowars.com.